because I've put a year in and I'm not.
Guess what, guys?
Is it good?
It was the 2 cups that was throwing it off.
Stop it.
Really?
No, it's so much better. So much better with 1 cup.
All right.
I'm so serious.
Here we go. Let's just start.
I just hope it don't leak through now. This
It
cup,
was.
Is it the cups?
It's the 2 cups.
I don't want to say anything.
What does the 2 cups have to do with
takes
it?
it- taste away from it.
And it's like you're not getting the real taste with the 2
It's a cup.
No.
What is it doing?
Your senses.
Take one off and then see. Like, it's...
Seriously.
There's a difference.
I hope this is recorded. Please include it.
It's not...
It tastes. Hold on. Let me do the 2 cups.
This is comedy at its finest.
You don't see it?
Tastes the same.
It's like you're not getting the full
taste
taste
different.
with the 2 cups.
There's. What does this?
Try it, Lenise.
Lenise?
I kind of feel like the same way.
With the 2 cups?
All right. Y'all,
Oh my
you know
God.
what?
You know what? Y'all just got me hot.
What's up, everybody? It's Brooke Jones, aka the Millennial Agent.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tyra Nicole.
Hey, everybody. I am Nicole Pay,
And you are watching the RPR podcast.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot.
What's
coming in.
What's up, everybody? Oh my God, I'm so rusty. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Realest People in Real Estate podcast, where we talk about the real shit, not about real estate. I'm one of your hosts, Brooke Jones, aka the Millennial Agent.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Tyra Nicole.
I'm sorry. What's up, everybody? I am Nicole Pay, and I'm really trying hard not to laugh because this has been a comical start because we have been rusty. And we've got Robert Courtney joining us.
And I got 3 cups.
And he's
he's
got
not
3
gonna
cups
admit that he's
because he's
tasting
not going to
nothing
admit
right
that
now.
2 cups. So
He gets 3 cups. He's not definitely
cups.
not tasting
not gonna
anything.
Okay, so we started this podcast in a conversation about whether 2 cups make a difference on our drinks versus 1. And
Okay, so
Tyra-
here's the scientific explanation.
which is why.
Your lips and your tongue is grazing the side of 3 cups before the tequila and lemonade hits your tongue.
So you're tasting the cup?
You're mixing the taste of the cup with the drink, which is making it feel like you don't taste anything or it's not as good.
So you have 3 cups. So do you?
I'm just not putting my lip on the
So
other
you're
2
putting your
cups.
whole mouth into the cup.
Yeah, I'm just touching the cup that has the liquor in it, not the other 2. And y'all trying to like grip the entire side.
So Tyra was saying that her drink
Pause.
tastes funny.
differently.
And she's like, I got it. I know what it was. It was because I had
2
double
cups.
cups.
Yeah.
And so I tried it, and I agree with Tyra.
It's about how you hold your mouth. Pause.
Oh, where's the pause button?
Oh, Rob,
I got the pause button at the
where's
house.
the pause
It's in the
button?
office.
We
because
had
I cannot.
Starting next year, we're bringing the pause
We
button.
should bring the pause button. Dame
Guys.
Dash, we're bringing the pause button.
We had Dame Dash at CreatorCon. We haven't seen you guys since CreatorCon.
I know.
but we had Dame Dash at CreatorCon.
That was a
He
month ago.
Gifted. It was a month.
That was a month ago, guys. It's been a month
Yeah,
since we've done
over
this.
It was a month.
It was a month.
Over a
And in
month.
fact, we didn't even do a recording at CreatorCon because it didn't work out. So
Next year is happening. Next
It
year we're
is.
gonna. But we can't
The
do
format will be different next year.
We can't do the 24 hours the day
That's a
before.
lot.
We'll have to do it like maybe a few days before.
yeah,
I think the 24 hours should be like early in the year. Like you guys should
Do like a
plan
stream?
that. Like
a plan.
We should
streaming.
Add it
launch
to our
on
list.
Twitch.
And we should do it at the new
Twitch?
store.
Yes.
It's-
Actually, that would be a
What is
good promo
Twitch?
for
Twitch.
the new
You don't.
store.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Twitch is. All I know Twitch is from when
Like
Will
gamer.
plays. Yeah, gamer mode when he
Yeah.
plays football.
Twitch
can
is how
see
Kai
the-
Cenat blew
See,
up.
It's about to
which
come.
what?
Kai Cenat blew up off of Twitch.
Who is
You know Kai
Who?
Cenat, right?
Who's that? Who's that?
He's a streamer.
Yeah, he literally
Oh.
went. He went live 24/7 for 30 days. What do you call it?
Yeah.
What?
But he had
The
Kevin
Mafia.
Hart. He had LeBron. Not LeBron.
How could you do
Like
that?
he had like
possibly?
Chris Brown. He had like every
And
like
this
all
went
these
on
major
Twitch?
on Twitch.
You mean
Yeah.
just like every day he went?
No,
No, he
he
didn't
His
stop.
stream never
live
stopped.
for
Like Twitch is like
30 days.
a
What if
streaming
he had to go to the
platform.
bathroom?
He just kept it going.
He had
He
like a
kept it
whole
going while he
group
was
of people.
asleep?
He had Big Sean was on. Not Big. Was it Big
Oh,
Sean?
so like when he was sleeping,
no,
someone
Kyrie.
else was.
Yeah.
Kyrie was on there. He had like
Okay,
he
I
had like
wasn't
a
on
group
it.
of people.
He had the NPC Spider-Man when he was sleeping.
Yeah. But it never stopped. The
30
stream never
days.
stops. They just be dancing
crazy?
and laughing and like.
I don't.
But it works. Like, it's kind of smart because when people are bored at 2 o'clock in the morning, they know Kai's live.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, my ass is sleeping.
Yeah, but like
They
these
will
kids.
no. These Twitchers,
Yeah.
these streamers will turn the camera on and go to sleep, and it'll be like 10,000 people, like 10,000 people watching you sleep.
Like that time I told y'all I fell asleep
On the phone. Yeah, no.
on TikTok, and I was snoring.
I would say I snore.
You were
I
live?
drool. There's no way in
What?
hell I'm
I
about to.
deleted it so that's the only good thing
Really
about
did.
TikTok.
That would have blew you up.
But no, that's the only.
God, you
No, I
should've
deleted
kept
it so
it.
quick.
You should've
It was
kept it.
terrible. I was like, oh my god, snore
Well,
like that.
I mean, it's bad enough that my 3-year-old learned how to use Snap, and all of a sudden people were like,
I've seen
"Oh."
that.
Yeah, I had no. I wasn't even at home.
What do you record?
He was on my iPad, and he went to my Snap and
He was
started.
talking to people.
Snapchat.
He started posting snaps, and a couple people were like, "Hey, do you know Liam is?" And I'm like, "Nope."
What do you
I
post?
there was a few of them. I deleted a couple of them, but I text Will and I'm like, I was at Meijer grocery shopping, and people were texting me and replying to my story, and I'm like, I didn't post a story.
So funny.
What? No, it was Liam.
crazy.
Liam was posting snaps of his face in our house and all the things. Yeah, that's what he did. So
That's crazy.
All right, so we're gonna get started because we've already had an eventful 20 minutes coming into this, but we're gonna recap all of 2024. We're heading into 2025. Year number 3, you guys. It's happening. February of 2025 will be year number 3 that we're into this.
Yeah,
February.
that's crazy. 3 years?
We started
It was
February.
before February, right?
No, because I had my surgery December 1st, and I'm pretty sure it was the first week in
Oh,
February.
okay. Yeah,
Well,
we started talking about it
we
like
started-
around November,
Yeah.
December.
Think
Okay.
about it. Our first episode, I had blonde, like platinum blonde hair.
I just got a
you
memory
pulling it
of
up?
that too.
That was
Hold
the
on,
first Creator
picture.
Con. We just went to the 3rd Creator Con this
Yeah.
year.
So this will
Wait,
be
it's
going.
third?
All right,
it
so-
was the third.
Third
Are
Creator
you
Creator
looking?
Con.
Yeah, so.
I think it was like February 1st. No,
Wait, why does it say 1 year ago?
What?
what?
Like our oldest video.
No, go if you go to our Facebook page. I think
Oh, as far as
it's
that.
still pinned. Yeah, and I'm pretty
still.
sure.
I can't find it, but it just had popped up on my phone
But I think
memories.
I think we're going. Are
Okay,
we
here we
going
go.
into year number 3?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
would
year
be
number
year
3.
number 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got my
Well,
license
year-
in 21
Year number 3 for Iconic Circle.
and the
Well,
podcast.
We started the podcast very early.
Yeah, because I got
Well-
my license in 20. I got my license in August of
Did we
2021.
not start posting it on YouTube?
No, because I had my surgery in December of 2021.
Why is our oldest video a year ago?
No, it definitely wasn't.
It
a
was
year ago.
it was more than that, and I was the first guest, and I had my major surgery.
It says
Yeah, it's-
oldest.
It's way past that.
It's way
No, I
past
put it
that.
on oldest. That's why it's
Oh,
like
I'm like 2 weeks ago.
that. No, it's the oldest at the top.
It's on there because I remember
but yeah,
one
her hair is
night
blonde.
I literally
Your hair
went
is
and
blonde?
watched
My
like
hair
almost
was
all the
not blonde
podcasts.
last year.
No, it's
No, it was
Well,
2
why
years
is
ago.
it saying a year ago then?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, well, YouTube
But,
is
that's
wrong.
that. But I know we're going into year number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it was either the end of January, or beginning of February.
Stage 3 breast cancer survivor.
That was
It
only
says
a year ago.
It
It's
says
not a year ago. That's wrong.
Was that just a short?
No.
Go to our actual videos.
That's our videos.
Because we're
That's
in
so
It
weird.
does say a
2024.
year ago, but that's weird.
Yeah, no, it was
It should-
longer than that.
It shouldn't say a year ago. I don't
No,
know.
because I've had 2 surgeries since then. So, so we're gonna recap this year, and I can't believe like we're heading into. I'm gonna say year. I don't care what that says. We're in year number 3.
No, I believe you over
Our
YouTube.
kids
Okay.
barking. Sorry.
But
It's because
I'm just telling you.
you
It's 'cause
only
I'm
have
getting
one
the
cup.
full
You're getting the
effect.
full
I'm
effect.
getting-
You only have 1 cup now.
I don't know what you guys are doing having these 2 cups. Like you're not even getting
does
the
say
full
1 year
effects.
ago.
It does say 1 year ago, but if you go to our Facebook page, it should be.
It's definitely not 1 year.
It's
ago.
definitely, but
It's 2
I don't
years
even
ago.
know like where to start as to the last year because I feel like we've grown. Number one as a unit, like we've become so much stronger as a unit. But our guests, the people that we've had on, the experiences that we have been quite dynamic. Where do we even start? First,
Let's-
actually, go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I would say Are we doing hot topics?
Yeah, I mean that's how we usually start.
We usually
So let's
start with hot topics. So let's go straight into hot topics.
Okay.
Tyra.
I feel like you guys
We're
did.
leaning
You,
on you,
Look at me for
Tyra.
hot topics.
you guys introduced that though at the
Yeah.
beginning of 2023,
Yeah, we just
right?
started Hot
Yeah.
Topics
2024, I'm sorry.
2024. We
Yeah.
just started Hot Topics, which has been quite interesting because you said it was
Yeah.
the year of. You actually started 2024 and said it was going to be the year of exposure.
Yeah, with the Cat
Williams
Cat
started it
Williams
off.
started it.
Yeah.
And
And
you
said
flat out
everybody
said
could
it.
get it.
And
I forgot to bring my shades. I was gonna
What
every time
shades? Oh.
I had these shades, and every time
I really think
every
if you
time
guys,
I got ready to expose someone, I was gonna put
You're
on my
gonna
shades.
put on shades.
No, I
Yeah.
really think if you guys go back and watch our videos from like a year ago and you listen to Tyra, like you would be like, dang, how did she know that was gonna
Yeah.
happen?
If you guys don't know,
Yeah,
Dave's in a
I can chime
shit
in
ton of
too.
trouble. He's in a shit ton of trouble.
He's done. Like
You think he's done?
He's done.
You think so?
He's
Okay, go
done
ahead. Go ahead and
officially.
dive into it because you do have a lot more details than
Yeah.
what I thought. So go ahead.
Jay-Z's next? Did y'all hear about like Justin Bieber and stuff?
No.
No.
Yeah, so they're saying
You
like
have
he
so
grew-
much tea. Like,
Yeah.
who are your sources? Where are you coming with this stuff?
So you haven't heard about the Usher either?
No.
So basically, he groomed Usher.
I do know that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
And
I do
Usher
know.
even said like he stayed with why was Usher staying with him when he was 13 years
Yeah,
old? So
I
he
do know.
groomed
I
Usher,
did hear that.
and it's believed that he sent Usher to find a Justin Bieber or whatever. Because Usher supposedly founded Justin Bieber or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Diddy probably like sent him. Because that's what they do.
Interesting.
Like, I've came to the conclusion of what this is, but I'm not going to say it
Why?
on live.
Well, then unlive it.
So I
Okay.
came to the conclusion that it's a sex trade. Like the whole like
Oh,
Hollywood.
I fully believe that.
It's a big sex trade. Did you
So
guys
it's
know?
crazy. January 20. So this is the video that's January 22nd,
It do say
2023.
2023. So
We have not been doing
2023 would be 2 years.
wait, but it'll
though.
be 2025
5.
coming
Okay, so
up.
we're in. Are we
We're
in
going
2 years?
on 2 years. We thought it was 3.
I really thought it was 3 because it's the video that's on our page right here
Well-
says January 22nd, 2023.
No, that makes sense because I think
I really-
I
We
started,
We started
with
talking
RCA.
about it in 2022.
I
at
started
the
with
end.
RCA 3 years ago.
2020.
Yeah.
One.
We
No,
started
2022.
talking about the podcast at the
2022.
end of
At the end?
2022. So that's
I
why
really
it
thought it
seems
was
like
3. Okay, so we're
And
going.
we're going into 2025, so it probably just
So
seems
okay,
like
so it kind of feels like.
Yeah.
So we're going. We're
I've
still. That
known
means
you
we're going
guys
into year 3, though, right?
For almost.
Is my math
We're
wrong?
going into.
We're
year
going
3.
into year 3.
We've been
Okay.
doing the podcast for 2 years.
2 years, and we're going into.
We're going into year 3.
I'm glad we figured that out.
But wait,
What?
that said 2023.
It said January 22nd,
We're going into year
2023.
2. Because that
No,
was
we
January of 2023. It's about to
so
be
So we did
January
all of
2025.
2022. We did all of 2023.
all of 2024.
Wait, this is 2023. Oh no.
No,
so we did all of
we
2023.
didn't. Yeah, no, we didn't. So we didn't start. January 2023
Is when
would
we
have been when we started.
Right.
Right.
So we had all of 23, all of 24. so
Okay,
we're
so
going,
we're going into
into
three. We're
year
going
3.
into 3.
Going into year
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It doesn't even feel like it's been 3
That
years.
was a
though.
lot
Wow, that was
to
a
figure
lot.
out.
I know, right? Okay,
That
so
deserves a
we started
drink.
Hot Topics at the beginning of this year, and we had a lot to talk about. And I think we
Yeah.
still have a lot to talk about, don't we, Tyra?
Yeah.
We do because more people, more and more
people are
people
being
are getting exposed. Yeah.
So what's the whole Hove like apology? Like, so in our group chat, you
Yeah.
posted that thing like we owe Hove an
Yeah,
apology.
so okay,
and he's
so
your man.
I'm
We know
always
you
a
love
cynic.
him.
I'm a cynic, and I'm just being funny because at the end
Yeah.
of the day, if Jay-Z went down, like
What are you gonna do
my
with
day
yourself?
my day wouldn't stop.
Would you
like,
still listen to his music? Because you love his
yeah,
music.
Well, no,
You
I
would
mean,
listen to his music knowing that he
His-
raped a 13-year-old
okay.
girl and you have a daughter that's 8 years old.
All right, so first of all,
I'm sorry.
As
Brooke
a-
was like,
as a business owner, you have
Yeah.
to be able to compartmentalize things. Okay,
compartmentalized?
compartmentalize, which
What is
means
that?
means like
that means
you guys
put things
are
into their containers.
correct. You guys
I've just never
emotionally
heard that
respond
word,
to
but
some
go
of these
ahead.
things. If Jay-Z is guilty of whatever he's done, I'm no longer going to be a fan of Jay-Z. Like, I'm not going to be a fan of
What
a
are you
man
gonna sing
who
into your
was
spatula
able-
then?
I'm not singing. I'm not gonna be like doing my Hove impression. Like,
Yeah.
like that will go away. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't mean that the principles that he put into his music didn't shape a generation of business owners. Like you can't deny the fact that he's one of the biggest influential people in Black entrepreneurial culture to ever exist. Like that's just facts. So I won't support what he does, but like
You won't deny what he did.
What he added to me as a businessman.
Yeah.
Like what can I do? It's already in me. Like it's already been ingrained.
I mean, it's such a double-edged sword because, like, let's just take R. Kelly. Like, we know what he did. There's the whole Aaliyah thing. And then there's the Dame Dash with Jay-Z and Aaliyah thing. It's very publicly known. Like, we can't deny that, right?
Well, allegedly. Like, what's the facts?
She posted a video.
Wait.
Who posted a video? Of what?
Who posted? Yeah.
Allegedly what, though?
Yeah, what?
You're saying it's very publicly known, and I'm imagining that you're insinuating that things
With R.
happened.
Kelly?
No.
No,
You
with
said
Dame Dash
and
and
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z and Aaliyah.
Like, we know R. Kelly's been proven, at least by the court of law, that he's guilty of some of these things.
Yes.
But Jay-Z is allegedly, because he's not in jail. Like, it's allegedly until you're in jail for whatever it is that
Money
you're being
makes the
accused
world
of.
go round.
No, I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying, like,
Okay, so.
we physically haven't seen
Wait,
anything.
I don't
that's
even know about
questionable.
this because I'm talking about the video with Cassie. What about
Yeah, that was Diddy.
Aaliyah? Yeah.
That was
So you don't
Diddy.
you don't know. Okay, so you don't know the story with Dame Dash and Jay-Z and Aaliyah. Okay, so Aaliyah was with R. Kelly, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Tyra can correct you.
Okay, correct me if I'm
Aaliyah was
wrong.
with R.
Aaliyah's
Kelly,
with R. Kelly,
Jay-Z, and Dame Dash.
Dame Dash was like the love of her life.
Dame Dash was last, though.
He was the last.
Yeah.
Supposedly, she was with Jay-Z before Dame Dash, allegedly. And then sources allegedly say that Jay-Z was really upset about it, and that's why
Her
plane crashed. Because Dame Dash stole her
From Jay-Z.
from Jay-Z. Amidst all their other bullshit that they had going on.
But they were, Dame Dash and Jay-Z were business
We're business partners.
in owning
Which hence the
Rockefeller.
reason why,
Is
like,
that why they're not friends anymore?
No.
It's a lot more.
there's so much more. Like, in fact, did you see the video that Dame Dash actually put out a video talking about Jay-Z's allegations? I didn't watch the whole thing, but it's like a pretty long video.
Yeah, we should have
Yeah.
waited
Okay.
just one more month before we had Dame Dash at CreatorCon.
Well, that's why
he
wanted to go into it.
Yeah,
He
no,
wanted
but
to go
you know how
into it.
Let's not
I'm not
bullshit.
going to
You
go
were-
in on the like.
You
It
were
would be very
pulling
hypocritical
He
for
was-
me
he
to
was
talk about
feeling the
Jay-Z.
And it was
conversation.
CreatorCon.
And
Yeah,
you were
like, it's
so
not-
pulling
But
stuff
he
when
thanked you, like,
Dame
for
Dash
not,
talked
like,
about
yeah.
Rockefeller and how Jay-Z didn't even show up when that was being sold. I literally hit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just punched you.
That's fine.
I hit
It's
William
fine.
on his arm and I was like, "Did you just hear
I'll
that?
be Will.
Did you hear that?"
Yeah.
Because you could tell he was
Yeah,
like
he wanted to talk.
he wanted.
And
But the
he
reason
said
he wanted
some
to talk
little, like,
because he
side
thought-
comments.
He thought I was going to, because I asked him, I'm like, is anything off limits? Can I talk about Rockefeller? Can I talk about
Yeah.
Jay-Z? Can I? I asked him all those questions
And what did he
in
say?
the agreement, and he said like
Nothing
nothing's
was
off
off limits,
limits.
yeah.
But also
He was
like
ready.
I'm a convert. Like my goal is
I think it was
I
perfect.
wanted
though.
I wanted
It was a
him
good
to
conversation.
Yeah.
give us what he wanted to talk about, which he
Yeah.
did.
He did.
And it came
Which
out.
was
It
good.
came
It was
out.
beautiful. It was
Yeah.
probably like one of the best conversations I
Yeah.
think I've heard in a long time because
Yeah.
everybody was sucked in the conversation. But the side notes that he threw,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he threw some side notes.
I was like, and if you knew the side notes,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
when he, as
Did
soon
you-
as he said them, I was like, "Ooh, did you hear that?
Did you
hear
guys hear when he said like he didn't know like that all the people was like gay and stuff like
Yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
talking about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And didn't he actually say something about?
He was talking about Jay-Z.
Talking about
Oh, look
Jay-Z.
at Rob still
Hold
is
on.
on the Jay-Z defender.
Okay, Jay-Z is gay. Anyway, I purchased,
Allegedly.
I actually purchased the book,
What book?
the Kim when
Yeah,
Kim
but that
tells,
wasn't really
tells all-
wrote by. Because did you hear that?
It was supposedly her. Okay, so this is allegedly her manuscript. I believe it
Okay.
because I saw an interview with the guy who has her actual manuscript,
like her journal
But
manuscript?
Anyway,
Okay.
that's a whole nother subject. But He said it. Like, he said Jason. But all through the book, it talks about how Sean Carter and Sean Combs were, like, intimate or
But
whatever.
didn't he even say, like, when you were talking to him, didn't he even say something about, like, steal your girl or whatever? Like, wasn't there, like, a one-liner? I swear, if we go back and watch
did,
the
like,
video, there was,
if
like,
we go
a
back, probably
one-liner
was a
where
lot
he
of
was,
stuff.
like, something like, and then I take your girl, or then I...
He did say
I
something
swear
like that.
he said
yeah.
something. Yes, he
But I
I
don't
mean,
remember exactly.
I feel like if you have to come out with a pause button, like if this is such a big part of your vocabulary, then it means you're clearly running in a circle where
you have to say
you gotta
pause.
like. You have to like draw the line on like what's
Yeah.
okay and
And
what's
pause
not.
was so popular when we were in high school. Like,
Yeah.
and then I remember like growing up older, and a lot of people didn't. What do you remember? Like people saying, like
Yeah,
I
no
remember
homo.
being in
No
my
homo took
20s.
over.
Yeah, yes, and that took over. But I remember like everyone was like pause, and you're like, and then
Yeah.
to like hear the backstory that he actually talks about how that came about
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
incredible. But I think that like in the big picture. I'm going to say it again. I know Diddy's in jail. So suppose now he was denied bond. He's in jail till May, for sure.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If money makes the world go round,
Yeah.
why is Diddy in jail?
Because
Like why was Diddy not able to stop it and Jay-Z was? Like
Well,
what?
he hasn't fully.
Well, I'm
Okay,
just
so I haven't spoke on this. So
Yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
just
Go
kind
ahead,
of break
break it
down.
down.
Because
Let
I
me
had
break
like
this
a
down.
whole nother
Because
viewpoint
that's
on it.
what all the money that Jay-Z has is the reason why that post came out
what
What
post?
post?
about owing Jay-Z an apology, because they put out all of this stuff
No,
to
that,
make
that
it
was
seem
just a
like
random person on Facebook.
No,
but
no. What it was about was because NBC, which they're all in the cahoots, put this girl on there and made her story look questionable.
They didn't make it. It was
questionable.
They
no,
didn't make it. Like the
If
story.
y'all
should-
would
why-
read what
why
I
is your
sent
story
y'all, like the
questionable? Why-
Bugsby law firm, which is representing. Okay, so the Bugsby guy is the
representing
lawyer
who?
that's representing all these people. Remember, he had the press conference and we were talking about it, and he was like, "Everybody's going down that
Yeah.
was associated
Yeah.
with this." And he's
Jay-Z
like,
sued him a couple times, right? Is that the guy Jay-Z sued?
Yes.
Yes, he's
Okay.
a dedicated lawyer towards people that were affected by Sean
SA.
Combs,
We have
P.
to.
Diddy.
We have to add context to this though.
Okay. Like what?
Because and I'm not saying you're
No.
wrong. What I'm saying is people need to understand both sides. So in that industry, if you're a lawyer and you put in a lawsuit, the person who you are charging or accusing can decide to do a couple different things. They can spend their money to fight the accusation that you're making, true or untrue, or they can say, you know what? I'm gonna just pay
Settle.
you.
Spend money.
I'm gonna pay you because it's easier for me to pay $10,000 and it be done than for it to hit the new true or untrue, and this happens
that's
every
true.
single day.
Do you
So,
think that happened with Cassie? Do you think that's what?
no. I'm just
paid-
saying. Let's just talk about attorneys in general,
Okay,
lawsuits
okay.
in general.
Okay.
If I say, you know what, I'm going to do a lawsuit against a person, my lawsuit is going to get filed regardless. That person gets charged. That person is either going to say, this is ludicrous, he's lying, or they're going to say,
I don't want to deal with this bullshit.
Correct. Let's just give him money and let's just get this. Let's just get this over with.
Okay.
Now it doesn't hit the news. Now I don't have to worry about people possibly believing it. And a lot of celebrities decide to just settle versus spending the money to make sure that the lawsuit is proven wrong. Like it has no credibility.
Okay, so
to it.
two things. So this whole thing that's
One more
coming
thing.
out. Go ahead.
Busby has been accused of making a living off of what I
doing
just said, and there's factual. There's
Off
not
of what?
off of
Trying to sue.
Trying to sue people and settling out of
based on-
court.
Exactly, just to get settlements.
Just to get money.
So he can get a percentage of the settlement.
So he's been like, that's been like proven that's what he's known
that's
for?
his MO.
Okay.
That's Jay-Z's argument. That's their argument is that his MO is based on
So
suing people.
read this.
Yeah. His MO is that he's known for suing people, whether they're guilty or not, getting a settlement, and then getting his percentage off of
the
whatever
settlement.
they settle for.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know about that, but so
That's
Tony
like
Bugs.
the biggest part.
So this is the first
That's a
thing I was
pretty
gonna
large
say.
part of the story, though.
Well, I don't know if that's true. That's alleged.
But Jay-Z...
That's allegedly. No,
fact.
how is it not
That's not
allegedly?
It's
Because
not
Jay-Z actually talked about it. He said
Yeah, but
that he
where's
has
the
sued...
proof?
If you look at all the cases he's won or he's settled out of court, he settled hundreds of cases out of
Did
court.
he show that?
Yes.
Or is he just talking?
No.
those are facts.
You can look it up. Like that's
Okay, I'll
actually
look it up.
documented. It's
Jay-Z
documented.
actually talked about that, though. He
Yeah, I
said
don't care
that.
what Jay-Z talks about
That he's
because
trying to settle.
But Jay-Z,
I need to see the proof.
But right.
So
but
if I
we
see
have
the proof, then that's cool.
And that's okay. But what I'm saying is, that would be like me in Woodhaven saying something, knowing that the people around us really know what's going on. Like it's Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He can't make that type of claim and then not have validity to it because there's a million of yous out there. So if he makes that type of claim, he's going to destroy his own credibility if it's not actually true.
Wait, are you talking about Jay-Z would destroy his own credibility?
Yeah,
or
for sure. If he says that Busby is a person that profits off
But I
of
thought he
putting
did
his-
say that.
No, he did. That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to
Wouldn't
say.
say that.
I
He
understand what
can't
you're
make
saying.
that claim
I'm with
if
you.
it's
If
not
it wasn't
factual.
if there wasn't valid
Correct.
facts.
That's all I'm
Okay,
trying to
because
say.
I'm like, wait a minute, he did
No, he
say
did.
that.
No, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
he
Okay.
came out
Okay,
and
so
said that.
first, the claim that came out about Jay-Z, this was back in October.
Right.
The thing that it is they didn't say his name. They list
Right.
a lot of these celebrities as X or
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
So now, and the reason why is because these celebrities pay to not have their name exposed, which
Right.
means that's what Jay-Z,
So
I
then what
guess, maybe
happened?
did at first. So now that's why they're so mad at Bugsby Law Firm or whatever, and they're going back and forth about that because he released Jay-Z's name on the claim.
But no,
So-
that's not true. They never knew who the celebrity was. There
Right.
was tons of celebrities at the party. And so the celebrity that they're referring to could have been a lot of different people. And the reason the story fell apart was because the girl's consistency didn't even match her own dad's.
Yeah, but I don't believe that.
What does her dad have to do with that? I don't even know.
Well,
that
they
part.
said her dad said he don't remember, but okay, let me read this. So this was
time
Tony
out, time
Busby's.
out. Oh, really quick, I'm sorry. Where did her dad come into this?
She called her dad to
The
come
dad
pick her up.
claims that because they paid him
because I'm
off
like,
to say that.
Where's her
But your
dad?
dad's gonna. But your dad.
Yeah, but they paid him off. Jay-Z is a
possible.
billionaire.
No, I'm not saying
he
it-
could pay these people off easily.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but what I'm saying is,
How would
A,
that just
Are you
hit the
getting
news?
hot yet, Ralph?
I've
Because you
been
already
hot.
you've
Like I
been
took my coat
I'm
off a
saying,
long
how would
time
that
ago.
just hit the news that, oh yeah, I'm the dad and I don't remember?
I mean, why was your daughter even there to begin with? Let's even start with
Okay,
that.
so this is from the Tony Busby lawsuit. Today, the Tony Busby law firm filed suit against Rock Nation. I'm going to skip some things or whatever, and blah, 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 including blah, blah, blah. The case was brought on behalf of a former client of the firm who was allegedly solicited by agents working on behalf of the defendants. These agents pretended to work for the state of Texas and offered the former client money to sue the Busby law firm. This illegal conduct has happened more than 24 times to date and has resulted in 2 utterly whatever cases against the firm. The lawsuit filed today allegedly that the defendant's conspiracy is intended to obstruct justice and prevent the Busby law firm from pursuing cases related to Diddy litigation in New York. The conduct isn't just alleged, it was caught on tape. So they have tape of people from Rock Nation, Jay-Z, whoever, their whole
That was there.
collaboration.
Is that what it's saying?
That were offering people money to have them come in and say this or say that. They have this on tape.
But the tape hasn't come out yet.
Will the tape ever really come out? Let's be real.
I mean,
No, they have it.
Did they
I
ever
mean-
really release all the names?
Where's the Epstein list?
the
I'm still
law-
waiting
if,
for
I was gonna
that.
say, if the law firm has the tape, like why won't
Then-
they just
then-
drop the tape?
No, they are. They just now are
You're
commenting
saying
on
that they're
this.
going to
They're
drop the
saying
tape.
that
They're,
they
they're
have
saying
it.
they're going to drop it?
So this is my thing.
Okay.
Regardless of whatever is going on, Bugsby versus Jay-Z, this is like when people just need to use their common sense. Jay-Z was with Foxy Brown when she came out. She was 15. It's people who said that they saw him picking her up from school. He was writing her raps. Everything she was
But
talking
how
about
old was
was
Jay-Z?
he was
Like-
he was like 24,
he had to be in
25.
his 20s
Yeah.
when Foxy Brown came out.
She was 15.
I mean, it's no
That's
different than when he
one.
got with Beyonce, though.
Okay,
Let's be real.
This is what I'm trying to say. It's so many cases of him dealing with young girls. Why is it so hard to believe that he was with the 13-year-old?
Okay.
Because, secondly, this
Rob's
boy,
over there.
you guys don't know about
I'm
this.
so glad there's more than one
He
camera.
has a son that he's not claiming.
By who?
Only thing that his son wants him to do is take a DNA test. He's been going back and forth with this for the last 10 years for him
50
to take
Cent
a
got a
DNA.
son that he's not claiming.
No,
like
but Jay-Z won't even take the DNA
50,
test.
Wait,
Why won't
50
he
Cent
take the
claims
DNA?
his son. They just don't have a relationship.
He won't take the DNA test.
He's always
because
claimed his son.
It would prove that the girl was 14 to 15 years old when she had the son. That's why he won't take the DNA test. This boy not only looks just like Jay-Z, he talks like Jay-Z and looks like Jay-Z.
We need to
And
post a
even
picture of
just
him.
saying
Yeah, we'll
that,
have to
No,
find
that's
what.
picture.
that's not
There
even
is?
good
I
enough.
didn't even know about this.
The fact that Jay-Z won't take the DNA test is the biggest thing, and he keeps paying off lawyers and judges or whoever not to pursue the case.
And
The
then
problem is he
ironically,
has so
Beyonce-
much money that he can pay off these people to make it go away.
And
That's
then-
what you talked about
And then
earlier.
Beyonce is now performing on Christmas at one of the biggest football games of the year.
She's performing at Super Bowl.
Huh? No, on Christmas Day at the Texas game.
He did the same thing with Beyonce. Why is it so hard to believe?
And he did.
I don't think.
He was,
I mean,
wasn't he in his 30s when he was with Beyonce?
I mean, I
but
just
And
guys-
she was a
why is it
teenager?
so
Okay,
hard
guys.
to believe, though.
guys.
What?
All of these guys do that.
I'm not. Listen.
Jay-Z's your boy.
I'm done with
We
my-
know.
I'm done with the Jay-Z
no, like
stuff.
I'm not.
We
Like I'm trying to
know.
say, like I'm not. Like it's not that serious for me. Like I don't know Jay-Z.
It's serious for
He's
me
not-
because it's true. Like,
I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it's not true. What I'm saying is, in 20, let's just say he was 25. Let's say 20. I don't know how old he was exactly. Right now, Jay-Z's.
I think it was like 24. He was like 24 when she was like
So this was
15.
like 30 years ago. Okay. So like 30 years ago, if you think about where you were, like imagine yourself 30 years ago. Okay. And let's think about you in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You're 14, 15 years old in high school. Okay.
I know where you're going with this, and it's still it doesn't validate.
I mean, just
I know
just-
exactly where you're
just-
going with this.
Just give me your
All right.
honest, transparent answer,
Hell
and
yeah.
we can move on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I was
Absolutely.
16-year-old.
Okay.
and I
I'm
I'm not
Okay.
denying
Yeah.
that.
And
But
so
as
that
a
age is
grown
not-
ass man,
I'm not-
for
I'm
you
not-
to entertain me in high school,
did
as-
dudes entertain
as-
you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
On a
Yes.
regular basis.
For
on a regular
me,
basis.
But that
The answer
doesn't
is
make
yes.
it
I'm not
right.
saying it's right or wrong. All I'm saying
And I think
is
that's the thing. Like,
No, but-
as a young child, absolutely. When I was in high
That's
school,
what-
if
and
Jay
before-
Z entertained me
and
when I was
before-
in high school,
you would have
Your
dealt
mind
with
is
him.
not
I'd be
mature
like,
enough.
hey,
And,
Your
and-
mind
let's
is not
go.
mature
and
enough
if
at
we're,
that age.
and if we're being honest, if we go back before that, like the only difference between today and 30 years ago is this.
It's no difference. It's still happening
literally
today.
these. It's
I
literally the
agree with
only
you.
thing.
I do.
Yeah.
But, and I also, okay,
It
so
doesn't
let's
make it
flip
okay.
it though. I'm not saying, I fully understand, and it doesn't make it okay because they're young, like, high
Mine is
school.
not mature enough to.
Young, vulnerable, party
You know
scene,
what?
I'm
You know
there.
what changed? Do you know the only thing that
What?
changed? Bugsby's. Like people who listen, hear me out. Hear me.
Nothing's
Hear me.
changed.
The only thing that's changed is that now money can be made by calling out your accuser.
Absolutely.
Like if there was no money involved, we wouldn't be having a conversation about this. And back then you just couldn't prove it. So now that you can prove it, then it makes it. I'm not. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
The reason
We were like, okay.
the reason that it has become such a like it's a primary topic. It's always been wrong. Like it's always been horrible. But when you can be paid from it, all of a sudden now, not only is it horrible, but we need to talk about it because someone can benefit. Like somebody can make money
But
from it.
No, I think it's the internet.
deeper.
I think it's the internet. It
But-
brings it to more people's attention
But
of
wait,
what's going on.
I think it's deeper
People
than.
knew. Like this
This is the thing, though. Hold on.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's-
it's
it was just
so
unsaid.
much.
It was
I think it
untalked
is
about.
so much deeper
Yeah,
than what we're actually talking about because
It's a
there
lot
are
deeper, yeah.
sex trafficking
Yeah.
and child rings, and there's
Yeah.
so much shit that's going
but
on.
it's always been going
I understand
on.
that,
It's always been
even
going
if
on.
it's always been
So
going
then
on.
this is the
Now
only
it's
thing
being
that
brought
changed
to
it.
light. It's
But it's being brought to
light.
Why
light, and
though?
Because I
Because
think
of the
people
internet.
I
Yeah,
agree.
because of the
I'm
phone.
not
Like,
disagreeing
that's
with
why.
you.
That's the
What
only
is the
reason.
girl's name you were posted about that? You're
Allie Carter.
Allie Carter. Like supposedly Allie Carter is Tupac's daughter and all this and all that, and she posts all these videos and then she went missing. There's no doubt in my mind that I agree with you. That
So you
the
think
internet.
if you think that she doesn't feel she can A, get popularity, or
No,
B,
she
get
doesn't
money.
want any of that.
Oh my God.
She
Like
doesn't.
seriously?
She's never asked for a cash app. She's never asked for money. She wants justice for the children that they
That's
are
the thing, Rob.
abusing.
Like this
Some
is,
people
this
really
is
want
so much
justice.
deeper.
I'm not saying there's not people
Everybody
that really
don't.
want justice.
Everybody is not
All
about
I'm
money
saying
though.
is, okay, so
she's
let's
running for
excuse
her life.
Let's
Like,
excuse her.
I think this
So
is
we're
so
not
much
saying,
deeper
like,
than the fact that we have celebrities sleeping with 14.
We're not saying like most people are trying to capitalize. Like most people are trying to capitalize.
Yeah, a lot of people are
they're
trying to
Like
capitalize.
the
Absolutely.
majority.
But the majority. But
Yeah.
there's a small portion that actually wants justice.
Yeah, I'm not
and,
disagreeing
And
with that.
Allie Carter, I believe, is one. Because she's never for once asked for money. She even say that every single time. I'm not giving a cash app. I don't want the money.
Who's
I
the girl
want y'all
from
to
Danity
figure
Kane?
out where these children are.
Who's the girl?
That's happened. That this is happening.
Aubrey
to.
O'Day has literally been saying for years the shit that Diddy had did, and people called her crazy, called her this and that. I don't disagree with you that part of the reason that this is out is because I don't disagree with that. But the fact that it's happening and it's being acceptable, and this is what Hollywood is, and the government, and all this and all that, it's fucking sick. Like there's
1,000%.
and
but it's
that's,
never not been sick. is
it's
what I'm
never
trying to
not
say.
been sick,
Yeah.
but the fact that we have these resources that can now bring it out and bring it to light. Justin Bieber and the shit that was like, the kid is so messed up as an adult. Usher has spoke out about it. Ray J has gotten death threats, people shooting up his house because they're speaking out about stuff they're not allowed to talk about.
Because
like-
people back then only did it because they thought they could get away with
But
it.
I agree with that. But I think honestly, and I'm going to say this, and this may be the unpopular opinion, I think this is beyond Diddy. I think Diddy's
It's
the fall
way
guy.
beyond Diddy.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
it's
I think Diddy's the
beyond-
fall guy
it's
though.
beyond Diddy
I
for
think
sure.
this is so much higher, and that Diddy has become the fall guy for everything that he was told to do, molded to do, put in place to do, and stuff that was done to him. That I think he's gonna ultimately be the fall guy for all of this.
He was put in a position and he played his position.
And he played his position,
And
and
that's
he is
what it
going
is.
to be the
that's
fall
why
guy.
He won't ever get
He won't.
like extreme punishment.
And he won't.
yeah,
and
he's
he's
about to
not
start
going to
telling
tell
on people.
Do you
I
think
mean,
he's ever going
everything's
to
on
tell on
tape.
the people that put him in this position? Absolutely
I
not.
don't even know if Diddy's really in jail. Like that might not even really be him there.
and-
I don't know.
And did you
I don't
guys
even
watch
know.
the Jamie Foxx?
No, he's in
Did you guys
prison.
watch the Jamie? And
Yeah, but it might not be really him.
I don't
Like,
even know
they
if it's
haven't
him.
even showed
I really
proof.
do. No, I do think
They
he's
don't
in.
show his
I don't
real
think he's in
court
jail.
cases or
I
whatever.
think he's
It's
somewhere
whatever. So we
locked
really
safe,
don't know.
and he's the fall guy.
What does Jamie Foxx have to do with it, though?
Because because did you guys watch the
that
Jamie
special?
Foxx?
I watched
the
it.
special.
Yeah.
I watched some.
Will and I watched it, and we couldn't even get through the first part because I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I think
Really?
so too.
I liked
think
it.
so
No,
too.
it is pure bullshit.
I think so too.
He
Somebody put
literally,
him up to
someone
doing that.
number one put
Yeah.
him up to it.
I
Number
definitely
two,
think so.
I don't even know if that's Jamie Foxx. Let's be second about
my
that.
He talks about that at
And
the
then he
end.
talks about being the fact that he brought
he
that
even brought
up.
that up.
Yeah.
but
They was like,
number
you better
one-
say that you're not a clone.
And then for him to call out
because you
What he
know
said-
that
he
you
said-
are.
What do you say about the people that thought he was a clone?
Oh man,
Like,
he started going
at the
through all the
end,
stuff.
did
he
you
did.
watch it?
Bring that up.
What
Like,
did
that
you
was-
think?
That was the part that he
Yeah, I
had
thought
to
it was
bring up.
incredible.
You were, but if you watch the beginning part,
I don't know what to
he
believe these
addresses
days.
all the stuff. He calls out Cat Williams. He calls out Diddy. He
I need
calls
a
out.
drink.
You need a drink.
You need to do one cup
I
because
know.
you're not
Just-
even getting the full effect.
He's
first
got
of all.
three.
experience.
He's got three.
I'm about to just go straight from
are
the
we
bottom.
video recording that?
Yeah,
Video
I'll see.
record straight to the bottom.
Y'all really think
Oh,
that
shoot.
Jamie Foxx isn't Jamie Foxx?
I think everything that he
y'all
said was a
don't
bunch
know
of
what's
bullshit.
really going on in
And
this world
I
today.
I do, and it was so like William
So did
and
you
I.
guys end up watching the whole thing?
We didn't
I watched
we made it through
almost the
halfway
whole
and we
thing,
had
yeah.
to turn it off because every single time he would talk, Will and I would look at each other and be like,
Is that really?
seriously?
Oh, my goodness.
Because I
There are, you know that there are clones.
You gotta watch it to the end.
I did not
Oh,
watch it.
goodness.
Did you guys know?
But do you guys really believe that like everything that happened to him for him to get that like emotional and this, that, and the
He
other?
kept getting like
then-
really
No,
emotional.
he was okay. He was acting,
super.
like there was
Okay.
There was
definitely
a
parts.
lot of acting
No,
in
like
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like for
figure out
sure,
whether it was acting
he was
or real.
he
It
was
like,
being
I don't know.
Girl.
an actor. Like he is one of the greatest.
It was a part where
actors
he was
we've
really
ever
like
seen.
bawling.
Like he's one of the most
understand
creative
that.
and talented people we've ever seen in
But
our
Cat
generation.
Williams has not been wrong thus far, and for Jamie Foxx to be like, "Oh, did he
It's
do this to
way.
me?"
Only thing I can say is there's way more to this
There's
Jamie Foxx
so much
story.
more to this Jamie Foxx
Yeah.
story, and
Well,
I think his way.
That's the only thing I
possible.
can say.
I
That's
think his way
possible.
of covering
I
it
don't
up
know what
was to
happened, but
address
yeah.
all the things that people talk about.
Yeah.
Because if you address it, then it's
But
like
that's his style, though.
All I know is he was
he's a
forced to get on
comedian.
that
I fully
The
believe.
Netflix. He was forced for the Netflix.
Absolutely,
He
I
was-
fully believe
Someone
he was
like,
paid
you
a
know how
shit
they
ton
have
of money.
like puppets and
Absolutely.
they.
He was paid a
What is
shit
going
ton of
on right
money
now?
to get on that stage,
Yeah.
talk about all the things that
was-
everyone wanted him to talk about because
Yeah.
we all wanted to hear his side of the story, and he was paid a shit ton of
Yeah.
money to get up there and,
And
say
you
what
have to
all
say
the
this,
controversy.
talk about this,
Absolutely.
this, and that.
There is
and
no
make
doubt in my
sure
mind.
you let them know.
You
you're
guys
not
really
a clown.
thought that was genuine?
Okay, right.
I'm
Listen,
asking it.
let me-
You
yeah,
really
let me-
thought that was genuine?
I think. How do I put this?
Did you hear my voice
Listen,
like crack? Isn't that
listen.
bad?
That's how you
Because
know.
I'm like
That's when you know
I,
that
I
it's
think,
real.
I think my brain
My
is
voice
so
actually cracked on that.
overly logical.
That's like when he said about the Diddy stuff. Like I'm riding with Diddy, and we was like, what?
Let me break this
That
down.
actually was
I gotta
probably
break this down.
actually that was
We
like
might
That
have
was the
actually
highlight.
said
That's
that
one
at
of
the
the
same time.
highlights.
Yeah, that was a
I'm
viral.
so-
We had a viral moment with that
Yeah.
episode.
What?
But I gotta break this down for you guys
Go
real
ahead.
Okay,
I
break it
think-
down.
You can
You-
break whatever you want. I think you're full of shit.
quick. Okay.
And some people have some stuff to say on the live, but go ahead and break
Okay.
that
Oh, I
down.
wanna-
I
Okay,
want to
I
hear. I want to hear
really-
your thoughts too, but I'm gonna tell you guys this first.
Okay.
All right. So,
Can't wait.
both of you have your personal lives.
Yes.
Is there things that happens in your personal life that you don't share on social media?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the things that you share on your social, there could be people out there that look at it and say, she's actually covering up stuff that's really going on. Like she's not telling us her whole life. Like
Yeah,
she's
I can see that,
She's acting like this, but really I believe that there's other stuff happening.
Only people that truly know you, but his story
But is it,
was
but is
a
it possible?
viral
But,
story.
but is it possible? that-
Absolutely.
and is it possible that
oh,
they
I
could be
call
right?
people's bullshit all the time. I'm
But is
like,
it possible
man.
that
The
they could be right?
difference is this is Hollywood.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. This is a
here's the
viral
breakdown.
story.
Here's the breakdown. What you guys do is because it's Hollywood, because these are celebrities, you've made them into untouchable, mystical people.
Yeah.
And because of that,
People-
that's how you're treating
Oh, I was
them.
saying Tyra and I have not.
No, we
that's-
don't.
we
But
have
the
not.
world in general.
Okay, go ahead. The world in general.
Let's
I'm
just
sorry.
Let's say the
Okay.
world in general for
All right, go
just for
ahead.
the sake of conversation.
Okay.
Because of that, it's very true that what you're saying, there probably is things that happened for him to be in the hospital that he probably just don't want to talk about. Like stuff that you don't want to talk about. That he's not sharing with the world. Yes.
I fully agree with that.
Okay, I mean,
But
so
I
what's wrong
also
with
think
that?
there were some
That's
pretty high
human.
steps up there that said, get your ass up there, touch on everything the internet said, and make fun of it.
Okay. I'm just saying, if he decided to leave some stuff out because he doesn't,
he doesn't wanna die
want to
because-
share his personal life,
Did he already try to
that
kill him
would be
once,
similar
allegedly?
to what we all do on a daily basis. There's aspects of our personal life that we don't share because we don't want the world to know. We're just not in Hollywood. We're just not celebrities.
I agree with that, but it was so fucking cheesy. It was. You didn't. I'm sorry. Did you not? Is it just the whole first
It was
monologue?
scripted.
I thought was so scripted
It
and
was
cheesy.
scripted.
Yes,
and I
it's a
know it's the
Netflix
unpopular
production.
opinion because
It's gonna be
everybody
scripted.
loved it, and I read online everyone's like it was the best thing I ever saw. I watched it and I cringed because I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
It was a movie.
It was cheesy.
reality TV. Everything is scripted. Like if you watch something on Netflix, they're not gonna go and wing it.
So
we're not gonna
we're
wing
saying
it.
the same thing that people went up there, gave him a script, and said, "You're going to get up there and say this,
No,
whether it's true or
Yeah,
not."
he approved the script. He took their words and he does what he did with
Well, he
all
has to.
He did
Hey
what all
guys, so I'm
comedians
gonna
do.
come right
Every
back because this
comedian
battery is about to
takes
die,
the
but you
script
guys need
and then
to
they
log
turn
back
it
in.
into
Okay, bye.
their actual performance.
But
That's
he
very
had
normal.
to, or he wasn't going to get paid.
It's
And
his
he
story.
needs money because his ass has been down for 2 years.
He doesn't need money.
I mean,
It's Jamie Foxx.
No, see, that's the problem.
it was either do this
their
or
lives
else.
are in these other people's hands.
I don't. Yeah.
Do you really think
I
like Beyonce needs to do a worldwide tour?
do you think she needs
she
to do
had
She
all the
actually
money that
enjoys
she-
dancing
so-
and singing. Like, do you do the stuff
Bullshit.
that you like to do?
like 50
No.
shows or however that is?
yeah,
like
but she loves
you
to do
know,
it.
you don't want to
No.
do
I get
50
booked to
shows.
speak
Who
at
wants
1,000
to
social
do-
media conferences. I'm going to go do them. I enjoy
1,000?
it. I enjoy it. Like I might
No.
at any point she can decide I don't want to do
think
it no
so.
more. But like, why wouldn't you do it if you enjoy it?
No, not that many. Like
What
you
about
would want to do
basketball
it to your
players?
own discretion. Like
What about basketball
I'll probably do
players?
about 10 shows. Okay, like I don't want to get on stage and do like
Beyonce
2 hours
is
of
one
dancing.
of the most
unless
successful
she's
people-
a robot. Unless that's a clone. Now it could be a clone.
Beyonce can't do no 10 shows. Come
It
on.
could be a
Come
clone.
on, make the whole world mad.
Yeah, exactly. Like she
And
is.
She's gonna make the executives mad
That's
too.
the thing, though.
Oh,
so
my
she
goodness.
doesn't
To
have
do
a
what they
choice.
tell
She
her to
has to
do.
do
I'm
what
so-
she's told to
What
do.
did Michael Jackson
this-
tell you
this-
though? What
this-
did Michael Jackson
There
tell you
were
before he died?
underground tunnels to Michael Jackson's
What did Michael
house,
Jackson say
Rihanna's
before
house.
he died?
This
They
is-
wanted him to do that tour, and they wanted him to
Yeah,
do
but
all
he
of that
was
stuff.
already on his last leg. He
Yeah,
wasn't
but they were
healthy
making
enough.
him do it.
Right.
That just shows you how
And
it
Justin
works.
Bieber
You
was
have to
drunk
do what they
singing a
say
song
or
and he
they
couldn't
will
remember
kill
the
you.
words because he had to do it.
Guys. Oh
I
my
cannot-
goodness.
like, I'm
this
so, like,
podcast is so
baffled by
necessary.
you.
Like this podcast actually is necessary.
We're not even recapping
for
shit.
I know.
Right.
Like, this is
We're
better.
just going with it.
This is better.
Because-
this
But
is
people
better.
are
I
feeling
am,
over
like,
here, so.
I am fully baffled by the fact, especially you being in the industry that you're
People
in.
are
This is
so
why
brain
I
dead.
should be bringing like logic. Like my perspective
It's
is
not
just
logic
a logical
though. If you sit there and think about it,
it's logical.
God, I wish
based-
Will Pay was
it's
here.
logical
I
based
have something
on.
to say when you get done.
It's logical based on people's
I'm gonna let you
behavior,
talk.
just in general. Okay.
I'm gonna let
what did
you
your,
talk.
What did your people
They're
say online?
puppets.
I'm
Like
about to
these
say what the people
are
said,
straight
but-
puppets being told what to do.
Definitely.
Do you not? Do you
Can
don't
I ask
agree?
you a question? Can I ask
You
you a
don't
question?
agree?
Can I ask you a question?
They're definitely
What
being told what to do.
what employer do you work for?
U of M.
Okay, when U of M say to you, Nicole, we need you at 9, do you go?
I can't say that on camera because
Okay.
Or any employer. Any employer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't get paid what if I got paid what Beyonce
Are you a
got
puppet?
paid.
Are you a puppet? You listen to your employer. Are you a puppet?
You're putting me on the spot.
No, I'm just saying
say in general.
If you do in general,
Typically, yes.
In a
Typically,
framework,
yes.
you listen to what they tell you to do.
But
it's the same
you're
thing.
saying the exact same thing.
It's the
We're
same- right,
saying
it's
the
the same
exact
thing.
same thing.
We're
It's just
saying-
on a higher
No matter
scale.
how much money she makes, as Beyonce and Jay, there are people who control
But
their
you know
life
who control them?
They definitely control them.
higher
You know-
than what they
you know who
are.
control them?
And if I made that much money, I'd be like,
You know who
"Meh."
control them?
Who?
Public opinion.
No.
Fans.
Bullshit.
1,000%.
And that's why
1,000%.
they control them.
Yeah.
If
Because
public
they
opinion
have
can
so
pull-
much control over other people. And they
I
have to
totally
keep the
disagree.
narrative to what they want the narrative
Public
to be.
opinion, when you have billions of dollars in the bank account, public
You
opinion.
can look at Beyonce and tell she's like a robot.
I
You
am
guys
sorry.
don't- You guys.
Like, look at her.
if you
We can't,
Rob,
we can't
listen,
relate.
Rob,
You can't relate
stop.
to a
Hold on.
billionaire. I don't care what you
Okay.
say.
No,
you
we
can't
don't.
relate to a
We
billionaire.
can't.
Okay,
When
you
none-
can't.
Nobody in this room,
I agree
nobody
with
in this
that.
room has the ability
But
to
let's
relate to
be
a
real.
billionaire.
I agree
with
with
the
that.
stuff that you do. Let's even take CreatorCon.
Yes.
Okay. And the money that you had coming in with your sponsors in CreatorCon.
Yes.
Did you not conform? I don't want to say conform, and I'm not saying you're a puppet. So take
Yeah.
this for however I'm taking
I'm
it.
going to
but you're
do
going to
the
do whatever
things-
it does to make them happy.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
If you had $1 billion in the bank and a sponsor came to you and said, "We want this, this, and this," are you going to be like,
It's not
I'm
about
gonna
the sponsors.
conform?
It's not about the sponsors.
Or
It's
whoever's
about the
paying your bills.
It's about the
They don't. They're not.
people.
When you have $1 billion
You're
in the
showing
bank,
up
no
for your
one's paying your
community.
bills.
It's like if RCA, Robert Courtney and Associates, our team needs something, and I can provide it, I'm going to do everything in my power to deliver that.
When you have billions of dollars in the bank,
It don't matter. Like,
yes,
like,
it does.
It doesn't.
How
It
does that not
doesn't.
matter?
Okay.
It's about why you're doing it. Like, if you're showing up for your people, like the Beehive is a real thing.
Right.
Like,
So,
these
so
people's
is the
fans, like,
Swifties. I get that.
the
But
people,
they have high. Okay, so let me
fully-
make a point. Okay, so you have a company, right? So if you have people working for you, don't you have like a whole like persona that you want your company to be like?
yes.
You wouldn't want to have people out there that are doing things that doesn't go with your brand or whatever. Okay.
I mean, you face
These
that already.
people like Beyonce, whoever, they have bosses. Like, they're not their own boss. And the bosses is the powers that be. And they have
But
a
who?
whole persona of the way
we
that they
can't
want
get into that
things to
because we will
be.
never be on YouTube again, and you know that. You know that.
No, I don't. Like, I don't. Like,
The
I don't.
executives, the music, the
Rockefellers,
the production companies,
all the
everywhere.
Yeah, that's like contractors. That's like people that you work with.
No, they're
So they
above
still-
them. They're above them.
They still don't
And
have
they
a
have
say
to
in what they
still
do.
have that same trajectory or whatever that they want
So
to be
here,
presented
so
out.
let's bring this down to like to regular people's terms.
Okay, regular people's terms.
I'm worth $1 million.
Okay.
Let's just say I'm worth $1 million, and I go to a venue. Let's just say Huntington Place.
Okay.
Right. I go to them and I say, "Hey, I want to host CreatorCon here next year," and they're gonna say, "Okay, well, here's our prices. Here's what's necessary in order for you to use our place." Okay. That could be money. That could be. You have to work with this particular organization. You have to use this.
Utilize this much
You got to
base.
use this people to do the
Yes.
core. You got to do your food through this place. And I can say, no, I'm a millionaire. Like, what do you mean? I dictate what I do. You don't. And they
They're
don't
independent.
say. And what will
independent though.
What will they say?
Show me the money.
Maybe, but they might say this is our policy.
Right.
They might say
But
this is our
you're
policy.
independent.
But
That's
you're
the difference.
correct.
We're
So
talking
now-
about a billionaire.
That's the part.
There's
that-
no
There's
amount
a
of
lot
money.
of billionaires. There's
They're
a lot
not
of
independent,
There's a lot
though.
of people that has a lot of money.
So if
if
Beyonce wanted to go, you're telling me if Beyonce went to Huntington Place and said,
No, that's not what I'm
That's-
saying.
I see what you're
no, what I'm
saying, but
saying
it's
is what I'm
different,
saying is
though.
what you look at as her superiors or people that she's
She's not independent.
no one's independent. Everybody needs
Some people, yeah.
to work with. That's why
So
I'm giving
we're
you that
saying the same
example.
But she
thing,
has
though.
a boss.
No, but you guys are saying it. You guys are saying it like she can't do this because these people are controlling.
Look at her
what she
and
does.
see, she looks
Yes.
like a robot. She can't even
That's your opinion.
talk. No,
That's
it's
your opinion.
You
It's
don't
obvious.
think that there's people
that's why
above
she
her
can't
that
sell
tell her
products.
what?
That's why she really can't sell products because she doesn't even establish like one-on-one communication with her fans.
It's called strengths.
They
strengths
just
and
follow
weaknesses.
her.
Yeah, it's strengths
called
and
what?
weaknesses. It's strengths and weaknesses. There's different people who has strengths in certain areas. Like Rihanna is really good at things Beyonce
She's
isn't.
not
Because
at
she
that
broke
level.
away from
Isn't
Diddy
that
and Jay-Z.
Rihanna is a billionaire.
That's what I was
Because
about
she
to say. Rihanna is a
broke
billionaire.
away.
Why isn't Beyonce a billionaire?
I mean, she kind of is.
She is.
She's not.
She's not.
She's like hovering.
She's not
She's like
because
right
Jay-Z
there.
is her pimp.
She's like
He's the billionaire.
she's,
Wake up, people.
She's like right there.
Beyonce is the robot.
Oh my goodness.
He is her handler, her pimp, however you
There's
want to
a lot
put
of
it.
people that
That's
would
why
say
he doesn't
opposite.
even really like her.
A lot
Like
of
he's
people will
just her
say. A
handler.
lot of people will say
I'm sorry I
Jay-Z
have to
is a
put it
billionaire
like this,
because
but
Beyonce.
open your eyes, people.
A lot of people say Jay-Z is a billionaire because of Beyonce.
Right,
I
he's her
fully
handler
agree with
and her
that.
pimp.
Okay.
That's
I
why.
fully agree with that, and
Definitely
that's why
because
she
of
broke
Beyonce.
away from Destiny's
That's
Child
why
and did
he's
what
with
she
her.
did. And it's like in a
That's
ring
why he doesn't
situation.
really
I'm
like
sorry.
her and he
There's
likes
no way
men.
Beyonce looks at Jay-Z and be like, "Oh my God, you're so handsome. I love you so much." Girl, bye.
You think? Wait. You
I didn't even hear what you just said. What did you just
She
say?
said she doesn't think Beyonce really thinks that Jay-Z's
Do
handsome.
you think she
Yeah,
looks
she-
at
yeah, he-
Jay-Z?
No
and
one
says,
thinks
he
Jay-Z
raps
is
"Oh my
handsome.
God, you're so handsome, and I love you." And
No one
I
thinks
love
Jay-Z
your
is handsome.
poop.
he
things
has
on your
he
head.
has a verse about he doesn't care what you think about how he looks
Of
because his
course.
money's pretty. Like his money is handsome.
Let's hear the verse.
yeah.
What's it from?
I can't
Of
think
course.
I can pull it up.
So I'm gonna say again,
It
there's
doesn't
not
matter, like,
one single person
There's-
that's gonna look
there's
at Jay-Z and be
hundreds
like,
of thousands
yes.
of women
You
laying
are-
in beds next to guys that they don't find attractive and they like other things about them.
It's
Like,
a
let's be honest.
business
with that.
arrangement.
Women don't care
It's
about the
definitely
way
a
guys
business
are.
It is a
Like, let's keep it.
business
Let's
The
keep it
business
100.
arrangement is he is her
arrangement.
pimp
Let's keep it 100.
/ handler.
Business arrangement. I don't care what, because
He
he
makes
started
money off
messing
of
with
her.
her when she was a
Why
teenager.
No one can answer the question why
Business
Beyonce is not a billionaire and Rihanna
she
is.
could have
is
any
basically a Jay-Z,
man in the world
podcast.
she
Yeah, but I can't
wanted.
contribute because I
How
have
is
no idea what's
Jay-Z
going
a
on.
billionaire
What?
and Beyonce is not? Is the question.
And
What were the questions from
Beyonce
the
could have
people?
had any.
What does Jay-Z
I know, we
really
need to-
have?
She could have had any
What
man
does
in the
Jay-Z
world.
have?
She picked
Steal
Jay-Z.
from Dame Dash and his childhood friend that he
What are you
dissed.
talking about?
What are
what's
the
his
questions
name?
that the
Haven.
people
I don't know. We
Haven
missed
or
all that.
whatever his name is.
I'm
Okay,
going to
so-
go back to the fact that Beyonce
These
could
were
have had
the,
any man in the world, and she chose Jay-Z.
Right, because he made her be that. And yeah. So,
I really
here are the
need one
questions.
woman to please in the
Okay,
live. If there's any
I'm
woman
about
who could
to
pipe up and
say
say
the
Jay-Z
question.
is actually physically attractive, I'll call your
Beyonce's net
bullshit.
worth is 800 million.
she's not
She's a billionaire.
How is she not
she's
a billionaire
200
and
million
Rihanna
away.
Yeah, she's a
is?
billionaire. Like you,
No, that
800
said
million?
millionaire, not billionaire.
800 million.
That's not
is
billion.
not a billion.
But Rihanna
It's
is a
200
billionaire.
million
Make
away.
that make sense.
Rob,
That's-
who 200 million?
Guys.
She
Can you
should be
please
well
refill
that?
past billion.
200 million. She should be
well
beyond
past.
that.
Well
with
past.
her beehive and
But
all
how
the,
is
and
Jay-Z
her
So
a
viewers.
billionaire?
you guys,
And he
So what
makes
is
his
Taylor
money off
Swift?
of Beyonce.
you guys really don't understand.
Because he's her
Taylor
handler.
Swift did a complete
We're gonna
different
have to
thing.
delete this
You guys-
live.
you
Taylor
guys-
Swift. Hold on, and I will give this. I am
You
not a
guys really don't
Swiftie,
understand.
and I don't. But
No, I
Taylor
fully
Swift
understand.
and whoever her team
Jay-Z is her handler.
is freaking genius. What Taylor Swift did, and she is incredibly smart for doing it, is she was tied to a record label, and then decided she wanted to branch off and do her own thing, and they said no. So what Taylor Swift did is she took all her records and changed a song, a beat, a word. And if you ever notice on the radio, it comes across Taylor's version. So what she did was she took all her past records, changed them, and then made it Taylor's version because she wanted to break away because she wrote the song, she did everything, and they wouldn't give her the credit for it. So whoever her team is was freaking genius.
Is she a billionaire?
Taylor
Swift
Swift
is
is a billionaire.
beyond a billionaire.
Yeah, she's like
she
one-
made $2
one-
billion just off this last tour
The
for
only
2
reason
years.
Beyonce is not is because of
1.6
Jay-Z.
billion as of 2024.
So and I mean, so what she did and the team that she has, and I don't know the thing, and I'm not a Swiftie. I actually
not
never
either.
listened to Taylor Swift music until my kids started doing it. But what she did was freaking genius, and redid everything. Did this Eras tour for 2 years, sold out, whatever. Made the money she did, paid it back to her production team. I think $100 million. She gave in bonuses to her entire production team. That is her money. No one else's. Beyonce's money is not her money.
No, her net worth would be her net worth. That's why she's only worth $800 million.
So for
Because of
Beyonce to
Jay-Z.
be doing what she's doing in the
He's her
Lemonade
pimp.
tour, the Lemonade tour was huge. And the last tour she did, which I've gone to both concerts, huge. You're telling me that what she did, and the reason why they said is because Taylor Swift did a longer tour than what Beyonce did, and that's why she made more money. If you're telling me that everything that Beyonce has done since she left Destiny's Child and she is not a billionaire,
No,
I'd be checking my accountants.
no, so
Well, it's because of Jay-Z. He's her pimp.
okay.
I'm not
First
saying
of
it.
all,
Tyra said that,
First of
but-
all, $800 million and 1 million and 1 billion.
But you're like, she's only $200
But
million
Rihanna
is
is
a
a
lot.
billionaire, though. Rihanna is a
And she's not
billionaire,
even
though.
making music anymore.
Because all Beyonce does is music.
Because Rihanna
Because
chose
of
to
Jay-Z.
step away.
All she
He's-
does is
he
music.
controls
the majority
everything
that she
does.
the majority of Rihanna's net worth is not
Right.
No, it's
predicated
from
on
Fenty.
music.
Right.
Yes.
But
so
Rihanna's,
it's not
because
it's
Rihanna
beauty.
broke
It has
away
nothing to do with music.
from the hold that Jay-Z and Beyonce had, or Jay-Z and Diddy had.
It has nothing to
Rihanna
do
is
with-
another one that was young.
It had nothing
And
to
Jay-Z.
She broke away
With Jay-Z.
from,
Another young
allegedly,
one.
broke away
From Jay-Z.
Monster, the song Monster. Have you ever looked into the song Monster? They said that there was underground tunnels from Diddy's house to Rihanna's house, that he had control over her. Eminem stepped in and said, "You're not." And so Eminem started to protect her, created the song Monster, made it known that he knew what was going on. You can look at the whole back history of the song Monster. But that's when Rihanna took
Diddy
off.
is accused. Diddy is in jail. So I'm not.
That's because
All
you
I'm
don't
trying to
do
say-
research on this stuff.
Because I don't
Like,
care
I do
enough.
research
I
on
don't
this.
care enough.
I
Personally.
care enough because
But
I
I'm-
care about victims.
Right. I'm
That's the
breaking
only
down-
reason.
It's enough
I'm-
for Hot Topic. So
I'm
we-
passionate about victims.
I'm breaking down
Beyonce
the
is a
realistic
victim. Well,
outlook of
she's a victim, but
the
then she
business
became-
aspects of
yeah.
what we're having
Anyway.
conversations about. Like that's the only part that I'm like,
Where do I-
there's logical explanations
Oh,
for
can I get-
a lot of this conversation.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
The logical. I'm not even on camera, so I'm not even talking.
Okay, so let me look at some of these things that people were saying. So, someone said when we were talking about the Jamie Foxx stuff, she said it's real yet packaged. He literally went through the steps to become a speaker.
Did he? I don't remember that.
To become a speaker, what does that mean?
The steps to, I guess, become like a speaker on stage.
But he was always a comedian. Wasn't he on stage before?
Yeah. Well, it was like a LOL comment. And then someone said, wait, what's the topic? And then someone said, I remember a few girls getting picked up at the bus stop by older cats. So I want to speak on that.
Okay.
So I clearly remember being like 16-year-old and talking to guys that were like 24, like disclaimer. And my thought process now looking back is at that age, like I thought it was okay. Like I didn't like question it or anything. It was just like, but now me looking back is like, what the heck was I thinking?
You thought it was
and that
okay?
only says that a girl at that age does not have the mature enough mindset
Absolutely.
to be with someone of that age. Your mindset is not there, especially like 13 or 14. Like
So
you don't think like this
So you
is
can't
not
say
right.
like you can't admit that they're preying on younger generations.
I'm not saying they're not praying. All I'm saying is that right now, the way that it's being looked at and through today's lens is based on hundreds of thousands of narratives that we get to read on our phone every single day,
or we see in our everyday life. It goes
from scrolling though.
But it's just being brought to light.
What I'm saying is, 30 years ago,
we actually have
a person that's older is not going to have your same perspective at that time because they're not being surrounded by all of these different takes on whether it's okay or whether it's not okay.
But we can all agree that right is right and wrong is wrong.
Correct.
That's let's just go even further back. Our mom was traveling the world doing super mature adult things at 16, 17 years old. Stuff that our 16-year-old today would never do. Like, there's no way they would be mature enough to do the stuff that a person who grew up 40 years ago was doing.
Absolutely.
So it was a different world. Like, the world was very different. A 17-year-old then, a 15-year-old then is like a 25-year-old now.
Do you remember the conversation?
No, it still wasn't right.
No,
because
we're not saying it's right or wrong.
I'm just saying, like, how you moved was just, it was different.
Do you remember having this conversation? We had this, actually, we got
subject.
deep in this conversation in Royal Oak, and I don't know if you remember this. Okay. Anyways.
I'll try drinking it.
It was after, actually, I think it was one of the events we had in Royal Oak at Bamboo, and was it Royal Oak? And we went to a restaurant. We were talking about the things that happened in marriages and relationships.
Yeah, and I do remember that.
Yes, back then, that happened then and happened now, but the difference is we have the technology to be able to see what's happening.
Right.
Yeah,
Right?
I remember that subject.
Do you
With
remember this
Becky
conversation?
Alley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we had this conversation, and we were talking about the fact that the same things that were happening now were happening then, but it wasn't known because there was no phones and technology.
No way to find out.
So let me fast forward in this. Whether or not we know that what's happening now in Hollywood or whatever is wrong. Whether or not it was happening then and it's happening now, and the fact that phones or internet or whatever is bringing it to light, I'm not mad that this stuff is coming to light, because how many people were affected then?
Facts.
I
agree with that.
That actually now can be saved or can have closure or whatever. And the shit that we're I'm going to say, like, generational curses or whatever that we knew our parents were doing then.
You know,
that now is like bringing to light that we're not going to allow to happen in the future.
Yeah, it's like breaking generational
curses. Like,
or trying to at least. But if you have people like that's like okay with it, or like
and that's the thing, that people are becoming okay with what's happening.
Can I like?
Of course you can, because you're going to regardless.
I am going.
I know you are. So that's
sure. The only difference now, what you guys are talking about that was hidden or done in a different way that was happening back then, is girls who are 16, 17, 18 who are being preyed on.
13, 14, 15.
Yeah, just keep going. Yeah.
Those girls are just going to OnlyFans. Those girls are just doing it.
Because they're fast as hell.
They are doing it smarter, and they are making money from doing the same things that the people back then were doing.
Not at that age.
Yes. Facts.
Robert Courtney.
Look at he's looking at you like, wait, what? Yes, they are.
Robert Courtney. When I was in 8th grade,
you don't think
I was not wearing
where did you live? Where did you live?
Dearborn Heights.
Okay. You were protected in a suburban area that didn't have the access to more grown-up things. You don't think in the city of Detroit there was prostitutes who were 13, 14 walking the streets getting paid like they were 22 or 23-year-old women?
I will not disagree with that.
1,000%. So that's all. It's
you
just
want to talk about what's happening in the schools was not happening back when we were in 8th grade.
Yeah, correct. Because now they have access to it. They have access to it. They can find out about it. They have Snapchats being sent to them that's telling them what they can do to have access to it.
I think
technology
it's
has
more okay
changed
now, so it's become a bigger thing.
It's more acceptable.
So it was happening when they were young,
Yeah.
back in the day.
I was a freshman in high school and there was a girl.
This is
on
what
our
I'm
basketball
trying to
team.
say.
I'm not
you mean to tell
disputing.
me if we there's a 20-year-old making $4 million a month
On OnlyFans.
$4 million. You mean to tell me there's not a 12-year-old or 13-year-old person on TikTok looking at her and saying, I cannot wait to do what she's doing.
That's why
she's
you guys
going to try to
hide your kids
expedite
from
it
TikTok.
Right.
as fast as she possibly can.
But
Which
when
means it's going to happen before
But
she
when
turns
I
20.
was 12 or 13, that stuff wasn't even talked about, readily available. So
Yeah,
what
in
I'm
the
saying
open,
is,
not in the open.
No, it wasn't even a thing. At 12 years old, we were not talking about making
You weren't. You're trying to, but because you weren't
think
doing it
at
doesn't
12
mean it
years old
wasn't
there were
happening.
people that were talking about making $4 million on OnlyFans?
No. I'm talking about I thought you meant sexual activity.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm talking about the core.
I
core
know
of it.
that was happening
Yeah,
at
that's what I'm
that
saying.
age. I know that it was. I get that, but I think that sex has become so acceptable and overstimulated and exploited
Yes.
with our younger children that the stuff that I was wearing when I was 12 and 13 and the stuff that the 12 and 13 year olds are wearing now, it's become acceptable for this stuff to be exploited, which causes perverts and pedophiles and everything to be accepted more than it was or even talked about back then.
Because you know why?
Why?
The pervert, all he has to do is go online and
All he
spend
has
the
to-
money. like now, a pervert can be a pervert times 10.
And
all he has to do is have more
but
money.
it's okay now.
Yeah,
it's
okay because the girl who's on OnlyFans wants the pervert.
I understand, but then you
that's her
have the
primary
children that are
customer.
involved in the sex trafficking and in all that stuff so this girl who was 13 years old and wanted to be a part of whatever world, thought it was okay to get in a limo and talk to whatever. Obviously there's some damage, let's not dispute that. She has some issues, the fact that she's 13 years old and able to have that much access. But the fact that it's become acceptable to put children in these type of situations, I'm okay with that being exposed. And whether or not it's been happening for years on end, I get it. I know it's been happening for years. And I know back when I was 12, there were people on Michigan Avenue or whatever doing their thing. But that doesn't make it right.
Everything is okay
we're
until it
we're in
becomes
agreement.
your
Daughter,
child
or
your child
and
or
now
your
that I have
niece
daughters,
or your
and,
whatever.
and I see what's happening with my daughter in the way
Yeah.
that 7th grade started and what she was wearing at the beginning of 7th grade and what she's trying to wear now at the middle. The fact that we're even having to rein that in, no, you're not wearing this, because that's what, if she doesn't wear the certain clothes, she's not accepted or she's not okay or
I just think we have to start holding these people accountable.
That's
because I
what
just
it
feel
is.
if we keep doing this, innocent
When
until
did
proven
pedophilia
guilty
become
and
okay?
whatever.
It's not
it's
okay.
clear.
No, it is.
Like
It's not
he's
okay.
been.
It absolutely.
No,
I
I'm
disagree
saying-
with
what I'm
you.
saying is-
I fully believe
what
that
I'm-
it has been accepted within our society that pedophilia is completely okay.
What I'm saying is, it might be accepted, but we know the difference between right and wrong.
But
whether it's right or whether
we
it's
give
wrong.
these
But the
people a
worldly
pass
opinion?
though because they're in Hollywood and they're famous or whatever. We give these people a pass.
No, I'm
Why?
saying no. I'm saying we
Hold
can't,
these people accountable.
What I'm saying is, because they're in Hollywood doesn't make them any different than any regular
does,
human.
though.
Absolutely,
It does, though.
Because they have money to
everybody's
make
sitting
people
here-
shut up.
and everybody's sitting here
But we-
defending
but
them.
You
all
flat
when
out
it's
asked
all
us. Time out, Rob. You flat out asked us if we were 16 years old and Jay-Z came up and offered us all this and all that. We both were like, at 16, absolutely.
Yes.
If a bum off the street came up and offered us that same, we would be like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gross, you're disgusting. Money makes the difference in what these people are allowed to do and how much damage they're causing and controlling
Yeah.
within the world.
We have to change the trajectory.
You don't agree with that?
What I'm saying is, so you're trying to say the guy who works at Ford and makes $100,000 a year isn't doing the same thing?
He's still making money.
I'm saying he's not doing the same thing the Hollywood guy is doing? Like he
On a
can't use
certain
his money?
extent.
Yeah, but it's not,
to a
it's
certain
not
He
as
can't use his money
accepted.
to manipulate somebody or to get them
I'm
to do
not-
things that they wouldn't do?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so,
none
like,
of it
why-
is
so
acceptable.
what I'm saying, wrong is wrong.
It's
across
that the
board.
general public accepts it and defends these
Correct.
people.
They're not
That's the
defending
problem.
it.
Yes,
The
they
pro-
are.
They defend it
Free
because
Diddy.
who they are.
We had
Oh my
someone on the
goodness. No,
podcast
what
who
I'm
was
saying
like Free
is,
Diddy.
what I'm saying is, we don't know. We don't know.
We know it's
no,
obvious,
we don't.
like,
we don't.
We've
You're
known
using
for
your
years, but there's
instinct.
been
You're using your
be-
instinct.
Like, be for real
using your
though.
instinct,
Be for
though.
real though. Like
No,
he was with
I'm using
Foxy
I'm being
Brown.
for real.
Like he was with like Aaliyah when she was young.
Like,
he was
you're
with
gonna sit here and
Rihanna.
say
He
that
brought
you're gonna
Rihanna in.
deny.
Beyonce. Like these are people in the public that
Yeah,
we're
but-
just trying to brush off.
No,
Like
I'm not.
Let's
oh,
even go
it's
to Celine
okay.
Dion.
So, okay.
Her and her
So wait,
manager, Celine Dion was.
Let me just make sure we're on the same page. If I'm 23 and I talk to a girl that's 17 or 16, let's just say, right? I'm 23, I talk to a 16-year-old. Does that mean I'm a pedophile?
No.
Okay, stop.
Absolutely
No,
not.
stop. So what
It
you're
kind of does
no.
though. If you do things with a girl that's 16,
So you're saying there's
and you're
not
23,
you're
that's
saying
a
there's not
pedophile.
hundreds of thousands
No.
of relationships.
Time
Like
out.
that's a 16-year gap.
With the 23-year-old, you shouldn't be with the 16-year-old.
Okay.
Let's be clear.
But can a 30-year-old be
Facebook.
with
Let's
a
be clear.
23-year-old?
Huh?
Can a 30-year-old be with a 23-year-old?
Yes.
Can a
But a
can
23-year-old mindset is not the same thing as a 16-year-old mindset.
Where they go on to live happy?
I literally just said I was 16 and talked to a 23, 24-year-old, and I didn't comprehend that
what
was not
what I'm
right.
asking you is, do you agree that there's hundreds of thousands of relationships of high school sweethearts who was a person over age talking to an underage
I agree with
who are
that.
still together and love each other? Is that
Okay,
is
but
that
was it
realistic?
right?
Because I was gonna say, because you could even take Will and I. There's 2.5 years between Will. So if I was 17 and Will was 21 and a half,
Yeah.
would that have been okay?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
questionable.
the only
It's
thing I'm
questionable.
saying is I can only speak
I
for
get what
myself.
you're saying.
It's possible
I was 16
for.
But
talking to a
what I'm saying-
24-year-old,
but we're talking-
and now I look back and I shouldn't have been
But do you
doing
think
it.
he was
But
being
at that age,
do you think he was
my
being
mind was not.
predatorial? Do you
Yes,
think-
because my mind at 16 was not mature enough
that's not-
to
that's
be
your-
talking to a
that's
24-year-old.
No,
Right,
I
but
see
what I'm
what I see
saying
what
is-
she's saying.
I didn't
no, I'm
even
not
get it
saying-
at that moment. I didn't get it.
A man at
I'm
that
talking
age.
from experience.
We're talking
Okay.
about 30 years ago.
It doesn't matter. I didn't get it at that point. That my mind was not
Brooke's over
mature
here, like, trying to get
enough.
I think it's been an hour.
Yeah, my
Okay.
mind was not mature
But
enough
wait,
at that moment.
hold on before we close out. I
don't want people to think that that's okay. Like, if you're 16, like, you should not be talking to a 24-year-old. If you're 24, you should not be talking to a 16-year-old.
I'm not saying you're-
because that
I'm not-
16-year-old mind is not mature enough to be talking to you. She should be thinking about school and
so
education and
I
that
can
type of
understand.
I'm talking about 30 years ago. I'm not talking about now.
It doesn't matter
Now,
whether it was
30
30
years
years
ago,
ago or
whenever.
then. The
It
mindset
doesn't
was,
matter.
No,
It
it
doesn't
doesn't.
matter.
We're not getting back into it.
It does
matters.
matter.
It doesn't.
Like, you're 16, you're 16.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying.
Like, if your daughter
30
was
years
16
ago.
and she's talking to a 24-year-old, would you be cool with that?
Absolutely not. I'm not cool with it now. I'm not cool with it back then. But,
But
what I'm saying is,
then?
I'm saying in 1960. In 1970, it happened on a regular basis.
But it wasn't
This
okay.
was
That
doesn't
very
make it
common.
right.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying it happened all the time.
Yeah.
So
I
if you're
agree. It's happening all the time now.
if you're 15 or 16 growing up in a household where you've heard stories over and over of how your dad was 24 and he met your mom when she was 15 and they ended up getting married and living happily ever after. This is what you've heard over and over.
There's
It is
15
not-
years between my parents. My mom was 17 and my dad was 32.
Perfect example.
No,
So I'm
it
not
was a
saying,
fucked up example.
I'm not saying
Because-
it's right or wrong. All I'm
because-
trying to say is Jay-Z And the people around that time period, these are their examples.
And
they're
I
not seeing it
understand
how
that.
we're seeing it in 2024. In 2024, we're looking at this in hindsight, just like you just did. And you're saying there's no way this older man should have been talking to this younger woman. And what I'm saying is, in that time, during that time, people did not
It was
have the
normalized.
luxury to have all of this
Yeah.
information,
I can
education,
understand what you're
and
saying.
insight around why this is so wrong.
I agree.
I
Okay,
can understand
that's all
that.
I'm trying to say.
I understand that point, but in the big picture, I literally am listening to both of you, and I feel like this is like a sibling fight that we're.
No, it's
No,
not.
I
It's
agree
not.
with what
Like,
you
I
just
feel
said.
like we
It's
should be
true. It's
like
facts.
at
It's
mom's
not
house
really-
and
it's not really
going
it's,
through
it's
it.
not really sibling. It's the
No,
facts of
I get
like
it, and I hear
that
your
environment
points.
versus this environment.
I hear your point and I hear her point.
No, I get it.
What
I get
I
what you just
think,
said.
though, in the big picture, whether it was 30 years ago or whether it was 2024, the mindset of a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old person versus a 32-year-old grown-ass adult
Facts.
is not the same. And I think the
I agree with that.
manipulation of what the older generation was doing to the younger generation is really messed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think in the big picture, what we're saying is it was happening. We know it was happening. It's always been happening. But that doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
Now people
We
are...
watched Hugh Hefner with like
Okay, we're not getting
20
into
year
it.
olds
We're not getting into
on a
it.
regular
It's been
basis.
an
Look
hour.
at
He was
every
60.
single one of those women coming out and saying all the messed up shit that this man did and
Yeah.
the mental mind fuckery that he put them through.
Yes.
Because he had a mental mind warp over all these women. What I'm saying is older men know what they're doing.
Yes.
When they mess with women of the... I'm not even going to call them women. Girls of that age.
Right.
Because they know that there's a mental mind capsule.
Money.
That it's not just money.
Yeah, not
It's
just
really
money.
not just money.
It's the
It's
allure.
the honor, the loyalty, the mental mindset that they can
They're just not mentally there.
establish
They're not
with
mentally
these
there at that
younger
age.
girls, that they can mold them to what they
Yeah.
want them to
Their
be.
mind is not mature enough.
Because at 16,
at that
I
age.
wasn't making the decisions. None of us at 16 were making the decisions we should have been making as
Yeah.
grown ass adults right now. None of us were.
Facts. But money plays a big part.
Oh,
Not
Let's keep
necessarily.
it
I mean,
I don't.
it plays a big part, but it still goes on with people who don't have money. Like, right is
Yeah,
right
because
and
you
wrong
even
is
said
wrong.
that. You
Like,
said back in the city, you can't say that there were people on the streets at 12, 13, 14 that were having this. Oh, he did talk about money, though. So I was walking
like,
right
where you
into
going with
that.
that
money
one?
does
Yeah,
make
I
a
don't know how
I had to
to
difference.
walk
you out of
into
that.
that.
Money plays.
I did walk
Money
into
does
that.
make a
So you're
difference.
Well,
right.
I mean, even
will
if you're,
say
even
But
if
it
you're thinking
happens
about it
even
from a
outside of
stability,
money.
from
Yeah,
a
it
stability,
happens outside of money,
like,
too.
like it's either.
But you don't. There's
it's-
mental mind molding.
No,
It's
1000%.
comfort in general, whether it's money, whether it's you
Stability.
feel like they're maybe they're like emotionally stable or they're
Yes.
just older and they're
You
more
think it's
mature.
comfort though? Do you think it's comfort or is it? I think it's I think it's a mental molding. Is
I'm
it
not-
comfort?
Oh,
I'm
you're talking
not-
about older to younger. I'm talking about younger to older. The younger people are looking at the older people for money, maybe stability, 'cause
Or
they feel
just like
they're more-
I
someone
can
likes
see
me
that.
and I like him. Like,
and I'm getting the
Okay,
attention
so
that I may have not gotten at home.
this is what it is. So like when you're younger and you're like 15 and 16 and some 24, 25 year olds trying to talk to you, it's just basically like someone's giving you attention and you like this guy or whatever.
Fully
But
agree.
in his mind, he's not thinking like that. He's thinking strategic, like, oh yeah, let me
I'm
see
gonna
what
get
I
her
can
do
do
what
to
I
get to this
want.
girl or whatever.
Why
let
are
me
you
see.
laughing? Why are you
It's
laughing?
true. Like,
Because what you're
they're seeing what they
describing,
could get from
what you're
her.
describing, could be happening with a 25 or a 16, but it could be happening with a 25 and a 25.
Right.
Like that is men
But
in
no,
general.
the difference is
No,
at
I-
a 16-year-old, her
I agree.
mind is
I
not
agree.
mature
like, what
enough.
are we talking about?
Because
Like, I'm not-
16-year-old
No.
mind is not mature enough to.
But
Don't get me wrong.
I agree.
Guys will absolutely manipulate if they are given the chance to. So with a younger girl, there is definitely more of an opportunity to do that. with that
But
being
a
said,
mentally unstable person at 25, a guy is still gonna. And we're not saying guys just do that because Madonna's dating she was in Cher.
no,
like,
what I meant when I said like this.
Sella get her groove back. Like we've already seen where it's been the opposite
Right.
too, where women
Right.
have
Women will
gone-
take advantage.
Take advantage.
Oh yeah, they
But-
definitely do.
but-
It's
But
not
I
just
agree
with
men.
the
with what
guy-
you're saying. It doesn't matter sometimes
Guys'
with the ages.
intentions are usually very different than
But
the
what I've
girl's
learned,
intention.
what I've learned about
So you don't think
oh my
guys
God.
mold
and this
people?
is like
Yes, absolutely.
I did not learn this
100%.
until being on this
They're
earth.
trying to.
I did not learn this until being on this earth for 40 years. That men move so strategic.
Oh,
Like you guys are
yeah.
social. Like everything is strategic.
Women
like
move
you have in
emotional,
your
men move
mind,
strategic.
You have in your mind exactly what your plan is and what you want to
It's
do.
so funny that you said that because
We don't think like that,
No.
especially at 16 years old. Like we're just
Ever.
thinking like this
So-
guy likes me,
It's not
Yeah.
at 16,
and I'm good.
at,
But
four,
at
40,
25,
at 40,
At 40,
it
you
doesn't
think the
matter
same
what
way.
age.
at
This is
25,
this is the male
a guy's
and
mentality is
female
different from a 16-year-old.
DNA. Like we were created.
Yeah, that's
to
how you
be-
guys are. I didn't
No,
learn that
no.
to 40 years being on
But
this
you
earth.
were created a certain way too.
Right,
Like
I
we
get
all
it.
have very fundamental DNA that
Yeah.
we have no control
Yeah.
over.
So it's
Yeah,
funny
So,
that you said that.
is.
that's emotion and
So
logic.
you guys
That's
have
Mars
an
and
intention.
Venus.
You have an intention
know
with
what
the
Mars and Venus is.
16-year-old
Mars
when
and-
you talk.
men are from
when you're
Mars.
25.
Are from Venus?
Podcast. It's over like an hour and 30
After
minutes
hours.
now.
I
We
know,
haven't
we have to
even
do it
talked
after
about
hours. We didn't even
next
talk
year.
about
we need to
anything.
talk about next year. Let's really quick. You know what?
Yeah, this one's gonna be the
Let's-
one that goes viral.
Yeah,
we didn't
let's
talk
talk
about
about next
anything.
year. So next year we are totally changing every ounce of our podcast.
Okay.
Because we are
To have
going
more of these conversations.
to have more of these conversations that started out as hot topics and last us an hour, and we got into it. And I
With
have
people
so
outside of real estate.
I have so much more to say
What I think
about
we
this.
should do is because we're gonna have the store now, we should announce it every Wednesday at 7 or 8 or whatever time we decide we're having a podcast, and we should let people that want to come. But we have
Yeah.
liquor there.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
a party,
Always.
and then whoever wants to
Like
jump
live
on the
audience.
podcast and talk.
Right.
Yes.
Can talk. We have way more mics now
Yeah.
because of Creator Con. We've got
Absolutely,
like
yeah.
15 mics.
Yeah.
So it
People
is.
could join.
It's becoming an open forum. We are not just dealing with real estate people. We are going to open it to the general public. And if you have a story
I
you
like
want to
that
tell,
idea, actually.
and if you have
Pull up.
something that you want to
Yeah.
talk about,
Pull up to the podcast.
pull up to the podcast.
It should be like the pull-up podcast.
Pull up podcast.
Pull up
Every
podcast.
Wednesday, yes.
That's our
Yes.
new plug. But pull up to the
Pull up.
podcast.
And
Let's-
we're gonna be streaming on Twitch.
Let's
Yeah.
call
Oh,
it
and
pull up.
Twitch.
Yeah, and it's a storefront. So
It is.
you can see us.
Yeah.
Like we can look like we're gonna be
We're gonna be looking at the
podcasting right out our
streets.
window.
Yeah, that's
At
gonna
the
be perfect.
street.
So that's
On Michigan
one thing.
Avenue where the prostitutes used to be.
Oh my God, Rob! Why would?
All right, you guys.
Rob,
Thank you for tuning back
seriously.
in.
I mean, it's full circle. moment.
It is a full circle moment.
If
but
you're
yes.
a prostitute and
No.
you want to pull up,
She doesn't know, Tyra.
Oh, sorry.
She's just kidding.
I'm
we
just
actually,
kidding. It's tequila.
Let us know what your guys' thoughts are on
Allegedly.
this Jay-Z topic and all of
I'd
the
be interested to know what people think
craziness
about it.
going on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right.
But in all seriousness, 2025, we are opening the doors to anyone who wants to come in, talk on our podcast.
Yeah.
Even though we're the realest people in real estate, we are talking about everything. We talk about what'd you say?
We
the
are-
real.
We
Go
are
ahead, Brooke.
still the realest people in real estate.
And as Brooke says, we talk about the
Podcast.
real
shit.
and
Yeah.
not real estate.
Right.
So we are going to talk about anything you want to talk about. If you have a story to tell, impact on the society, what else? Pretty much
Anything.
anything. We're opening it up to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a space where you can feel
Safe space.
comfortable, a safe space to share your
Except for
story.
when siblings go back and forth about Jay-Z.
And it's
That's a
okay.
whole
It's
Yeah.
okay. At the end of the day, we really don't even
Until-
care about Jay-Z.
I was about to say, like,
Like,
it's not that
I
serious.
care about Jay-Z. I care about the cause.
I am
Like,
gonna be
that's
mad
what I'm
not being
passionate
able to
about.
perform
I know.
Jay-Z songs if he actually went
Because I
down.
have a video of you last year singing Jay-Z in a spatula.
Yeah, I will
so I
always-
don't know what's going to happen this year
If
on
I
our
Just Wanna
family
Love You,
vacation.
Baby comes on, there will always be a rap performance.
Okay.
Like, it's
And we
just-
promise we are going to be posting again consistently, starting with the new year.
Yeah.
Holidays are coming up, so it's going to be a little crazy, but we got to go because this camera's about to die. Bye.
Yeah, 2025.
2025. We'll see you there. Peace.
Y'all be chasing, I replace them, Girls on Chris, mommy on E. Can't keep a little model hands off me. Singing off key, I wish I never met her at all. It gets better, order another round. It's about to go down. Got 6 bottles of Chris, 4 Belvedere, got weed everywhere. What do you say? Me, you, and your Chloe glasses. Go somewhere Prada where we can discuss classes like Prada blouse, Gucci bra, Phil's Martins. Take that off.